Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I wanted to make a little video for you guys on my rose gold look that I have going on. I have a little bit of like mauve pinks on and some golds and kind of blended them together to create this romantic soft smoky eye look. I always start with the eyes first, and I'm going to use Soft Ochre from MAC. It's a paint pot, and this is going to be your eyeshadow primer. You want to use it all over your lid, from the lash line all the way up to the brow, and just blend it all over. So then I am going to use the Sweet Peach Too Faced palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. It has a lot of colors to really give you that rose gold look that we're going for. So I'm going to start with Candied Peach first. It's this one, and it's more of an orangey color. And I love it. It's a matte with a little bit of sparkle in it. And I'm going to use my 217 brush from MAC. This is your blending brush. And I'm going to go through my whole entire crease. And I work my way up to the brow bone, but just leave enough space to leave my to put my highlighter on. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is Puree. It's this orangey brown. It's a mid-tone color. And I'm going to go a little bit in the outer corner and more tighter in the lower crease. Same brush. And then I'm going to get a little more on my brush. I always tap with my nail to get that excess powder off. And I'm going to go a little bit on the inner corner of the crease. And you don't want to do it too heavy here, just light enough to give a little dimension, but not too dark where it's going to bring your eyes too far in together. Then I'm going to go in with Georgia, and this is like a lighter pink color. I like this color to go on afterwards just to lighten up the orange. It's going to soften it and really help blend the two together. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a really soft crease. Okay, so after I do my crease color, I go in with my lid color, and I use more of a flat, stiff brush. And I'm going to use Luscious, and this is a gold color. So I want to lay the gold down first, and then I'm going to put my rose gold color on top. And this is just going to give it a little more of that rose gold effect. And I usually like to use pressing motions. I go in and really pack that color on. It makes it a little more vibrant. I'm going to go back to my 217 blending brush, and I'm going to get Foley from MAC. Mine is almost out, but it's more of a darker warm tone brown. I love it because it's not too warm, but it's not too ashy. It's just that perfect color. It's one of my favorite colors. And I'm going to do it in the outer corner of the eye. I use circular motions. I press it on and blend at the same time. And you want to work it through the crease. Oh, P.S. Nadia's here. She's doing her makeup over there too. Say hi, Nadia.
Hello.
Okay. And the reason why I did my darker color first is I really want my rose gold color to be very vibrant. So I'm going to pack that just in the area where that dark brown isn't. I'm going back with my flat brush. And I am using the 24 karat rose gold color. I can't show it to you on camera because it's loose and it will fall all over the place, but it's from Jane Iredale. It is one of my favorite loose eyeshadows. It's so pretty. It has a little bit of sparkle in it. I really like this look because it's a soft smoky eye with a little bit of color. So it's going to be great if you want that really romantic look. It's going to be great if you want to do something for Valentine's Day. It's not too much. It's just that perfect amount of smokiness and a perfect amount of color. Okay, so now I'm going to go under the eye with the rose gold. And I'm going to go back in with my puree. And just dust it under the eye. And then I'm going to go back in with Foley on the outer part. And just really buff that into the lower part of the eye. Okay, so for the highlight, I really like Midnight Cowgirl, my kind of shadow, from Urban Decay. It is, I can't even explain it. It's just one of the prettiest colors. It's kind of like this light white champagne-y color with a little bit of sparkle. And that's what I'm going to use as my highlight. So I'm going to do a little bit in my inner corner of my eye. And this is the 239 brush again from MAC, my flat brush. And I'm just going to pack it in that inner corner. And then I'm going to use it under the brow. This is a really pretty lid color as well. It's great for weddings. And then I always like to soften it with my finger towards the end of the brow. Okay, so I have a couple more steps. I'm going to do my eyeliner, mascara, and lashes, and my eyes will pretty much be done, and we can move on to the skin. So bear with me. I'm going to attempt to do my liner on camera. I've never done this before. It might be a little tricky. So I always like to start with Black Track from MAC. It's their gel fluid line eyeliner. It's, to me, the easiest eyeliner to apply on first. I have a little bit of trouble applying liquid first just because my eyes are very round and my skin is starting to get a little crepey and older, so it kind of skips on the skin. So I use this first and then I'll go back in with my liquid. So usually what I do is I use a 266 brush from MAC and I just stamp it right into my lash line first and I create my wing. So I go into the outer corner of the bottom eye and I pull up towards the brow. I create a line first. And then I go back in and connect it. Oops, I got a little too much on my brush. And then I go back and fill it in. This eye is a little trickier for me because I have a little bit of a mole right there, and it's right in that perfect spot of my winged eyeliner. So this eye always looks a little different because I always have to go above it or below it. And then I am pulling it all the way into the inner corner of the eye. This is just going to elongate the eye. You're pulling it out past the eye and then you're pulling it in towards the nose. It's going to make the eye look a lot longer. Oops, poke myself. Don't do that. So now I'm going to make it just a little thicker to match the other side. And a good tip is to tilt your chin up and look down into your mirror so your eyelid gets flat, and then you can create an easier line. It's getting there. It's almost matching the other side. A lot of people have two different eyes, which I do. I have one that's more almond shaped and I have one that's more round. So to get them perfectly even is really hard, but I usually can get them pretty close. So you just kind of have to work with your eye shape a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with a liquid liner. I have no idea what brand this is. I picked it up at Sally's, but it's awesome. And I just go right on top of that black track. Go back in with my 239 brush. Just stamp it right on top to fix that one little spot. Now it's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna do my mascara. I am obsessed with the Benefit mascara right now. They're real. I love the shape of this brush. It has a round tip with spikes on it, so you can really separate your lashes if you want. It's really great from the bottom. But I'm just going to do a light layer because I'm going to put fake lashes on. And I'm going to do the bottom as well. I like my bottom lashes a little more chunkier. One thing I'm going to add to my bottom eye really quick is a dark brown shadow. You can use Foley again or another one. And I'm just going to create a line underneath my eye instead of using the black. This is just a little softer. I usually don't like black underneath my eye at all. I have smaller eyes, so it's really hard to always see the eyeshadow that I do on myself. If I do black all the way around, unless I'm doing a huge blown out smoky eye, it will tend to shrink my eye. So I'm really careful of the colors that I choose. I tend to go a little more natural on myself. I feel like my eyes just stand out that more. Usually my focal feature is my lips, so I usually play my lips up a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna put my lash on. So I'm using the Iredale Black Brown, the chocolate lashes. This is the first time I've ever used them. I like them actually a lot. They're a little thicker. I tend to not go too thick because my eyes are small. I tend to go a little longer and more wispier. They look a little better on my eyes. This one's kind of in between for both. So since my eyes are smaller, I have to trim off the end and the inner corner of the eye lash. I had to put my lashes on. I was going to show you how I did my lashes, but I had to just glue them on. But I am going to add a little bit of Reflex Gold glitter from MAC and just with my finger and just kind of tap it on my eyelid. I just want a little bit of sparkle. It's so hard with long nails. Okay, so my eyes are done. Now let's go into my skin. Okay, I'm gonna use Match Master foundation. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. I love the type of coverage it gives. It's not too heavy. Sometimes I don't like really full heavy coverage. And I'm gonna spray it with my Fix Plus Holy Grails of Spray, my favorite. And I am going to just dab it onto my skin. This foundation is matte. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of oil or mix it with strobe cream to give it a little bit of glow. But I really like the matte texture on this. It makes the skin look so smooth. And it really doesn't enhance my pores, which I love. And I love all the shades that they have. I need to use my compact to see. Just a little more. It's so weird to do half your face at a time. Okay, so that is Match Master Foundation. Love it. So good. Okay, next I'm going to use Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC, the best concealer of all time. I have tried every brand. Actually, I haven't tried Shape Tape from Tarte, but I really want to try that next. But besides that, I've tried every other brand, and I always go back to my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It just doesn't settle in your lines like other ones. Every other brand I have tried, when you move your eyes throughout the day or your face throughout the day, it just starts creasing all out here, and Pro Longwear never does that on me. Sometimes I don't love all the colors of Pro Longwear. Like, I'm using NW20 right now, and sometimes it's a little gray, so I'll mix it with more of a peach tone concealer, and then I'll like it a little better. But if they could add a little more peach to their concealers, they would be absolutely perfect to really help counteract dark circles. I have the worst dark circles, and I have sunken in eyes, so you can always see this no matter what concealer I use, just because of the shape of my eye. So I am so picky about concealers. So now I'm going to bring it down the side of my nose just to thin it out a little bit, and out through here. I love the Beauty Blender. It's my favorite. Okay. I'm going to use Satin Pressed Powder from Jane Iredale. The best powder I've ever used. My second favorite would probably be Studio Fix from MAC. There is just something so amazing about this powder. It just makes your skin look so smooth. It gives really good coverage without being heavy. And what I love the most about it is there's no talc in it. It's anti-inflammatory, and it's packed with so many minerals that it's really anti-aging. And it just makes the skin look so smooth. Okay, so after I use my powder, I spray with Fix Plus. Hold on, I gotta turn my phone off. I like to get my skin moist. What? I love the way it smells too. Okay, and then I use my highlighter. So I'm using Show Gold from MAC. It's so pretty. Has a lot of pink shimmer to it. So the tops of the cheekbones, a little bit on the cheeks. It's so pretty. So then I like to do down the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose. And I always put some in my Cupid's bow. So pretty. And just really work it on your cheek. Okay, next I'm going to use In Love blush from Jane Iredale. It's so pretty. However, they discontinued it. It's one of my favorite blushes. I'm so sad about it. I'm hoping they'll eventually bring it back. Just work it onto the cheeks. And then I'm going to add my bronzer after my blush. I don't always do it this way, but sometimes when you do your bronzer first, it can leave a little bit more of an orange or bronzy cast, and then your blush changes. So I'm doing my blush first, and then I'm going to go back in with my bronzer. How pretty is this blush with this highlight? I'm obsessed with it. So sad it's discontinued. Okay, just kind of clean that off. And now I'm going to use So Bronze 1 from Jane Iredale. I really love Jane Iredale's products just because they're so healthy for the skin. I'm kind of picky about that kind of stuff. If the product's really not that healthy or has really cheap ingredients, most of the time I won't use it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, just after I went through my cancer scare, I try to use stuff that really won't change your estrogen and affect your skin or cause anti-aging, or it's just not, I mean, our skin's our biggest organ, so it absorbs everything. So I try to be really conscious of what I put on my skin. And then I go a little bit through the jawline and down the side of the nose. I'm going to add a little bit of that rose gold 24 karat dust onto my cheeks to give a little bit of extra shimmer and color. Edge to Edge from MAC. And just fill in my lip all over. And then I'm going to grab that highlighter from MAC and just put a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to pat it in the center of my lips. And add just a little extra on the nose. What do you guys think? So pretty? I love it.